Hey everybody, welcome to Factory. No, besides Factory. Welcome to Factory? Fucking redo. Hey everyone, welcome to Woods. Now, other than Factory, which is the map video I just recorded, and I will likely do upload first, I'm going to do Woods. I'm not going to do Customs or Shoreline, because one, Customs took me 45 minutes to explain, and Cotton already has a really good video that shows you the spawns of that map. Once you know the spawns and you come out of the group, you can get a sense of our path. And I'm not doing Shoreline because I don't know it well enough, and Cotton also did a video on Shoreline, which we'll just link in the Discord. He didn't do one on Factory, that showed you the layout and how it worked, and he didn't show you Woods. And I'm doing Woods because we're playing a lot of Woods recently. We're playing a fuck ton of Woods, and it's because we're really enjoying Woods a lot. Is my sharpen setting all the way up? What the fuck is that? Get that shit off. There, that looks a little bit better. So the thing with Woods is I can show you all this. Like, here's a spawn here. I can tell you how the spawns work, and to do that I need to go all the way to this side of the map. So, back with me in a minute. Alright, welcome back. That was about a minute long run. Just me in silence running along. So here, welcome to Woods. This is where we're going to start. This is where the spawn is here. This will look like this. Spawn in like here. This is the best spawn in the map. And the reason it's the best spawn is there's no one to our front, and everyone's to our right, and the edge of the map's on our left. That's actually Factory on the other side of that wall, if you're wondering. So, to explain how this map works, I need to get to a certain point and then I'll demonstrate. All you need to know is, from that spawn, they all go in a semicircle around the map. And to point out individual spawns would be is kind of ridiculous. There's some that are very close to here. If you spawn here, this is for reference, there's some very close to here. There's this one. There's one about 25, maybe 50 to 75 meters this way. And then there's a building about another 50 meters past that where some people can spawn. And then every spawn after that is much further out. Not by a lot, mind you. And this map has more people than Factory, but it's worth pointing out. Now, we've only started really playing this map quite heavily, and we're starting to enjoy it now. But this map wasn't very good in Alpha. In Alpha, there were... Like, okay, I'm just going to tell you right now. The extractions were not where I think they are now, but they could have been, because I played this map twice in Alpha, and it was too dark and too scary to do otherwise. And it's confusing if you don't know what you're doing, because this map, there's no map in game for this raid at all. The only maps we have are hand drawn or made in Photoshop and put online. So take what you can. You know what I mean? So what I want to point out is, see that big old rock right there? Now, I'm calling that Sniper Rock, but I'm doing that because there used to be a scav sniper on a big old rock before. I don't know if that is Sniper Rock. I don't think it is, but I'm calling it that because I think that's just where I assume. It's the biggest map. It's the bigger rock. You'll see it. You can't miss it. It's pretty much visible all the time. I'm just gonna follow this road down here to a checkpoint at the end of the street. And the reason we do come down here is 2 or 3 of us will generally be carrying optics on our rifles when we come to this map. So I'll bring a hammer sight or a PSO. Someone else will bring a hammer sight or a PSO or a Spectre, and we'll do some long range work on scavs. So this is the checkpoint. And there are some boxes. There's one there. And there's a bag in the back of the car. And there's a box here. Okay, so the reason we came here rather than showing you where all the spawns are is, first off, I can't show you where all the spawns are. I haven't spawned at all of them. I don't remember specifically where they all are, minus a few of the very specific ones, and it really isn't worth our time. What we're going to do is we're going to come all the way over here, and I'm going to show you this big old lake. Did I bring my... No, I didn't bring my keys, so... Okay, so here's this big old lake. So we spawned all the way over there. Now, the edge of the map from that checkpoint circles all the way around, 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 until it hits those set of rocks off in the distance, which we'll get a better vantage point of later. They hit those rocks in the distance. The extract is all the way over there. Now, you can't go this way. This is the edge. You can't jump this way. You have to go around the lake. So, what you can do, and I'll show you later, is you can be on the other side, or you can go around the beach. We're not gonna go around. We're going around the beach, but only just so we get a better angle on the rock. There's a spot I want to show you. The reason this is called Woods is it is just literally woods and a lumber mill and a couple of buildings near the end. And it does have some call-outs, but they're not call-outs in the sense that we call it out quickly because we think someone's there. Most of the time it's just, oh fuck, there's a guy in the trees with me. Please, someone help me. Kill him, kill him, kill him. We use call-outs to sort of tell us in quick parlance where we're going to, so it's worth noting there are some scav spawns here, so that's why we take that checkpoint. We can shoot the scavs from there. We're going to lumber mill now, which is where your first real action happens. Okay, so the reason we get this is so I can show you what I mean by the map coming all the way around. Okay, here's lumber mill. Okay, the extract is all the way out there. We'll get to it. There's the rock I'm talking. That's the tip of a tree. I'm fairly sure a scav used to spawn up there, but essentially, I can show you that that rock, that set of rocks, marks the edge of the map, and it's also where if you're in the trees, you're gonna have to start coming out of the trees. There are some points where you have to. Essentially, it falls all the way around to checkpoint. And that's where all the spawns are. All the spawns are in a path in that direction down to checkpoint and back. There's none that are right next to the rock, but there are some that are pretty close. So I'm just gonna go up to show you what I mean. I'll actually get up there if I can. I remember the scav being a pain in the ass to get to. Like, he was a fucking nightmare to get to. I'm pretty sure this is just the edge of the map, man. Yeah, so he must have been on that rock there. I'm just full of shit. But I still call it Sniper Rock because there was a Sniper Scav on this raid, and he was a nightmare. He could see basically the whole map, and he had an SKS every time, so... Let me just get up here. Get up here. Just get up here. Okay, so there's actually a wall. All the way right there. There's actually a crashed plane out there. I should point that. There's a crashed plane. In the trees over there. Then there's lumber mill, the road, and the checkpoint are over there. Here's this big old rock that we're talking about. And you will see this rock actually splits here. You can climb up either side. There's bits you can climb up either side, but it's very possible to get stuck in this rock. Should point that out. I don't come this way. We try to go to road every time if we can, because to fight this way is just the worst. Just the worst. But I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! God, fuck me. And for reference, there's the rock there. Lumber mill. So you can come down. You can actually go through these trees and hug the wall. And then there's a road here. This road itself leads down to a checkpoint. Now, if we're gonna hit checkpoint because we're on the right side of the map, we call it the right side, but it's not really. Again, that's the southern side of the map. We're gonna hit checkpoint by bypassing lumber mill. We're gonna be on the trees doing it, going through the trees on the right side, hugging the wall. We're trying to avoid people. But it is worth pointing out there is stuff in the left here that we'll then jump to, so this is a really good point for me to show you. Yeah, we'll hug that wall, see, and we'll come down here. Here's checkpoint, which is always of interest because there's a box, there's some failing cabinets, and it's just one of the first major points of interest that we'll hit. That's usually a medical spawn on the box there. There's some boxes, there's failing cabinets. You don't get a lot of these on this map, so it's always worth looking at. And the map actually does go down into here. There's nothing very much to your right. There is one thing we want to look at, but what we do from here is we cut through the trees. And this is where we can start to get lost. There's a specific thing we're looking for that is visible from here, and that is Ritual Circle. Ritual Circle just generally has, you can find like GPUs on the ground here. A little jacket. Today, but an AI2 and some Kandan's milk, like whatever, it's not great. But you can see checkpoint from Ritual Circle is the big thing. And if we go this way, there should be some rocks, and there's lumber mill. See how close we are? So we got checkpoint at the far end, ridge down to beach, into lumber. There's Ritual Circle and checkpoint. The next major important aspect for us to do, and I'm amazed I got through the woods as fast as I have. It's really not that complicated. Not knowing where all the spawns are and just having to explain how they work on a picture is much easier. So, past the lumber mill, which is where we're here. Oh, it's also, I should point out, these rocks here Okay, so if you're ever going to come in here and you think someone's beating you to lumber mill, or if you're coming in at night and you're very confident someone's beating you to lumber mill, these rocks are got to be cleared. Because someone with a night vision and a scope can just shoot up the whole fucking beach and basically half the lumber mill. And then they can turn around and they can shoot up the trees as well. And I've gotten more than a few kills just sitting up here like a fuckhead, just shooting at stuff. They've added some trees since the alpha, or since the NDA ended, but it is like, you can still see all the way down the beach in clear weather. Like, seriously, look at that. So anyway, I just want to point that out, because that's a shitty little spot that little shitheads like to camp in. And what I was saying about hugging the left, if you want to just get out as fast as possible, you can hug the left, come around here, and you can just follow the beach out to the extraction. Now the next thing we're interested in, once we've hit Ritual Circle, and we may hit Ritual Circle after this, but we don't generally do, is we're going to Outpost. Now Outpost is what I described in Factory as a military spawn, or a weapon spawn. And by that, we don't always mean a gun is going to spawn here. Here it is, here's this little shack. It means we're looking at accessories. And that's a prop body. You can tell a difference. You guys hear that? Sorry, running on an offline mode always creeps me out. I thought I heard a noise, but I guess I didn't. This is Outpost. Ow, mother. Outpost always gets you because there's that barbed wire, and you try to avoid it. It's there as well. So here's Outpost. If you are in need of increasing your metabolism, food can spawn here. There's a crate here. Their weapon can spawn here, and on here is what I like to call the Gucci spawn. You'll get optics and lasers, and you generally get a food item as well. That's a rear sight, I think. That's a muzzle for an AK. That's a muzzle for another type of AK, and that's a copper sight, actually. Which, because I have a rail on, watch this. Watch this. I can take my aim point off. Do that. You can get, like, accessories sell well, really well. You want to try to keep accessories if you can. Thought it was really good to have, so yeah, this is Outpost, and this is our next focus. So, Ritual Circle's over there, checkpoint's past it, Lumber Mill's there, Outpost is here, and this is where we start to get towards the end of the map. Now I'm just going to run straight to it, because there's no reason not to. There's no scavs, I'm an offlane. This is House. Now what we'll generally do is we'll skirt left of Outpost, and we'll hit House, because House has some scav spawns. And you want to clear it because they can patrol up and down the road, and it's dangerous to leave them alive. So we'll go from Outpost around to the left, around to the left. We'll hit this rock because the guy can spawn right here. We don't want to get flanked. And from range, if possible, we'll pick and part the scavs that are here. Open a house. We'll get a lot of our kills at range for house. We'll see guys in windows and our PSO scopes, and we'll tag guys and kill them. The thing about the scavs here is their spawn timers are very fast. So you get 3 or 4 spawning here. One can spawn over there, and some can spawn by the rocks here. The reason we hit house is because we need to follow this wall to hit our last point of interest, which is bunker. Now, bunker's a creepy fucking building. And if you have the key for it, it can be, which I do, but I did not bring it with me. Again, I just didn't bring any keys out for these recordings. So, we're now moving from house. We're looking back on ourselves. You can, in fact, go from checkpoint, the checkpoint close to lumber, and you can follow this wall all the way around. But you would miss Outpost and Ritual Circle if you did that. So once you get to the little bit over here, especially the ground gets a little weird. Ooh, that's weird. Why does the ground look like it's been dug out? That's because, dear escaper from Tarkov, it has been. Welcome to an old military bunker. It's very dark in here. I don't even know if you can see anything on the recording, but it's very dark actually. But yeah, the key opens this, and there's like loot in there. Sometimes an M4 spawns, stuff like that. It's super dark. I wish I'd brought a flashlight. I'll up the gamma or something and recording and post if I can. I don't know. But generally, we'll come out of bunker and we'll head back towards house. Now, we've generally cleared house by this point. On the way back, more have spawned. Almost every 5 raids we do, every 3, I want to say, more scavs have spawned at house. And the real issue is they can spawn by this rock here to the left. And if we've been moving fast enough, players are just now starting to hit towards house, and player scavs are spawning. So, some guys can spawn here, and we'll take them out. We'll frag house. And then we'll head to extract. The extract on woods is a big one, so I'm going to try not... I'm going to show you where it starts, and then I'm going to pull out and then stop the extract so I can show you just the width of it. And show you what I mean by the left side, by the beach. If you're just trying to get out. Let's say you're hurt and you really need to get out. So you'll be extracting before you hit that car, for sure. There's a ditch that you'll hit. And extracting. Yeah, here. So we're gonna come out, because here it is. There's ditch to stop it. Okay. So from here, sort of all the way in a lane. So I'm just gonna show you. Here's the beach, which you can follow all the way around, and you bypass everything. And if you move forward, you won't start extracting, because the extract doesn't reach all the way to the beach. But you've bypassed all the points. If you're hurt and you're like, oh man, I really need to leave, I got almost no limbs left, but I'm not dying, but I need to leave. You just get to the London beach, you hit the wall, and you just follow the wall up. And eventually, we'll hit the extract, and you'll bypass house, outpost, ritual circle, bunker. Here we go, extracting an 8.